Oh, I'm in school, and as the title of this very life is all about, I'm in school, guys. I came to see my project supervisor, and I just got um, a beating. Can I call it a beating? A beating of my life. You know the kind of beating that you get with walls. You use walls to flog you. That's what I got from my project supervisor. And I feel, as I was just getting that, and the Holy Spirit just dropped it in me that why not just carry your community along with this your PhD, 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 Jesus, PhD journey. That I should just carry you guys along. I've been on this for like forever. But God, I must one day see the end of this PhD program because as I'm talking to you right now, I'm kind of you know how you've reached your limits, as the real limit for something, as if they push you to the wall, and you are at the stage of turning back and facing the person that is pushing you to the wall. That's the way I feel right now concerning this PhD journey that I am right now. Guys, it's just not funny. Hmm, sorry. I just had to park somewhere and then calm myself down. And on the second thought, I said, as I'm calming myself down with the insult that I've received from my project supervisor, let me turn this into a content and then document it so that who knows, one day when people are calling me Dr. Peggy, Dr. This, I'll tell them that the journey is not funny, and they'll like kind of look at my channel and know that yes, she has been documenting it. It has not been for her, for people to be calling her doctor today. It's not just. I'm trying to get a mic maybe so that it can stop the noise that is at the background because I parked at the roadside. It's cool. Okay, it's cool. So I just said, let me just, as I'm resting, let me just do a 1 hour live. And then, hi guys, welcome, welcome. I'm tired, so very tired of my PhD. I'm doing my PhD course and it's just not funny. It's just not funny, guys. So I just want to kind of document this and then, who knows? One day, me myself, I'll watch the videos and say, yeah, thank God. It hasn't been a funny journey, but thank God I went through it and I'm done with it. And, to God be the glory. Guys, I started this PhD for like 2020 stroke 2021. And this 2025, I'm still on it, guys. Is it how it takes? Is it what it takes to be those people that they call doctors, doctor this, doctor that? Is it what it takes to go through it? It's not just funny at all. This place, I'm in the car and it's kind of hot. So let me go out. I think I can find a place because I'm really tired. So I just want to calm myself down before driving to where I'm driving to because I came to Gogolada. Not really Gogolada, permanent site. I love this site. Let's see it. See that mountain behind me. What's that fly? Oh, so I said, let me just calm down myself and then just rest for some minutes before going. Hi, welcome. Welcome. I'm live in school. I've been doing this PhD for like forever, guys, and it's getting me angry. Is it what it takes to become a doctor? Hmm? Is it what it takes? It hasn't been funny at all, at all, at all. I'm under a tree. You might be hearing background sound. trying to stand my my, what do they call it now? My tripod, but it's kind of not balanced. Maybe I should do it this way. It will work. Hmm. I'm trying to get a good spot for my. Guys, it's not working. It's just not working. I'm just somewhere under the tree. Hi, people. How are we doing? I'm in school. I came to see my project supervisor and I got an insult of my life, guys. All the project I've been writing, that I'm writing rubbish. That in fact, they don't know what I'm writing. That what are you writing? As in, they barely told me. They told me clearly. I'm in school. I'm in school environment. So they told me clearly that what are you writing? That we don't know what you're writing. You better carry your project and then go and write it. Go and, you know, start all over again. Sorry, guys. They say go and start all over. I submitted my chapter 1, chapter 2. Here. But they gave it to me and a whole lot of correction to be made. Sorry. Sorry, guys. 1 minute. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, sorry. I just want to do, there's a timing I've timed myself because I'm sitting down somewhere under the tree. So I said, let me just spend little time and then document this process. Who knows, one day I'll look at my video and I'll say, yes, ooh, she's a doctor. This is what she went through to kind of get it done with and all that stuff. So I've collected my project. And guys, I've been on this project as on this journey, as I said, since 2020 stroke 2021. And up till now, I've not finished it. And I remember where I never knew that when I was applying for this, PhD, I never knew that you had to kind of do class work, as in coursework. So I've been kind of doing my coursework, and first semester I wrote 6 courses, and second semester I wrote 6 courses. Let me read out the courses that I did. I'm telling you guys the journey of my PhD, and it's just not funny, and I just want to talk about it because it's really getting on my nerves. Seriously, here now. So they say when you talk about something, sometimes it eases the tension. So right now, I park somewhere and I just want to kind of talk about it because I was just meditating, and I just want to air out how I feel. First semester, I did 6 courses. I did sociological theory, which you call SOC 801A, and gerontology. Gerontology, I love that course. It's all about sociology of old age. I love that course. That's SOC 801B. And then I did research methodology. I'm done with my thesis already, so I'm writing my project. I just want to call out the courses that I did in my first semester. So I did, I said gerontology. I'm in school environment, so you might be hearing cars moving. Then the third subject that I did research methodology, which is SOC 803. And I did theoretical issues in women, which is the fourth course that I did. Please let's comment, give me thumbs up. I'm really kind of not happy right now with my thesis. I'm writing thesis and it's like forever. But I just cast and bind that spirit that is stopping this thesis from moving. So my first semester courses I've called theoretical issues in women, which is SOC 819, and then the fifth course that I did is theoretical issues in development, which is SOC 821, and then the sixth course is women and gender studies, which is SOC 819. That's my first semester courses that I did 6 courses. Then my second semester course that I did is the first course is Sociology of Knowledge, SOC 802. Then Statistical and Computer Application, which is SOC 804. Then Gerontology, again, I did it in second semester again, which is SOC 816. And then the first course that I did in second semester is Women and Human Rights, which is SOC 818. Then the fifth course is Women and Development, SOC 820. Then the last course is Globalization and Development, which is SOC 822. So these are the 12 courses that I did. That's first semester and second semester. But I was also surprised, as in I kind of called my HOD. You understand? I called my HOD and then to kind of get my results that I did for these 6 courses. And I was also surprised. First semester, he gave me 5 courses that I did 5 courses. Second semester, he gave me the result and still told me that I did 5 courses while I did 6 courses. So I was kind of wondering, I had to go around searching, but I did 6 courses. How comes he's sending me result for first semester 5 courses, second semester 5 courses? I was so very kind of amazed that I was just wondering what's happening. So I had to kind of call him back. And instead of like kind of telling me that, okay, we'll go and check, and I'll say, this woman, you're disturbing me. But I just had to calm myself down. I said, sir, I think I did 6 courses first semester and 6 courses second semester. How comes I'm saying 5 courses first semester and 5 courses second semester? That you have to look at it. Then at the end of the day, he said, okay, just go. I'll check it out. Then I was wondering, guys, my first degree and second degree, Peggy, this girl here, I've never written carryover. But I was so surprised. PhD, guys, I wrote carryover. They gave me, I got carryover. Let me not use this word. They gave me carryover because I discovered I was so good at saying that they gave me. I got a carryover for the first time in my life since I've been going to school. I wrote a carryover in my PhD, guys. PhD. Honestly, I got a carryover. You know, when I checked my result, I saw carryover. I said, what? What? You got a carryover? Carryover means go and write it again. PhD, guys. I got carryover. Carryover in which course safe? Which course? Second semester. It was even second semester that I got a carryover in what course was that now? SOC 804. So 804, which is statistical and computer application. Yes. And the person that gave me carryover in this course was my friend, as in my lecturer, my undergraduate lecturer. When I was doing my undergraduate, you know, I rapport well with him. You understand? I even got married to my friend, kind of Fati, as in, you know, my mate, kind of. You know, she was 1 year ahead of me, and her husband, he was really my friend. So when I came back from my PhD, I had to go and meet him, tell him that, sir, you know, he's now a lecturer and a doctor, I think a prof now. So I went to go and introduce myself to him as in rapport with him well as somebody that we had good relationship before. So I went to go and meet him. So I came back for my PhD and all that. So he was so very excited. He said, "Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. That's a good thing and all that." So when we were about writing the exam, I still went to go and meet him and say I'm working and I'm a mother and a wife and so many other things that say about writing your exam and all that. And I said, okay, Peggy, you know what, no problem. Just go and write and all that. So with the way he received me and talk and all that, I was thinking that, with my own effort, because I know it's statistic as in maths, I'm not that kind of very good in maths. I know that very well. So that was why I went to go and meet him to talk to him about this whole thing. Then after everything, when I met with him and talked with him and all that, he said, just go and write the exam. So I put in my bags, I wrote my exam and all that. But guys, guess what? I was so very surprised when the result came. I got carried over in this very course. Write it again. I got carried over in this very course. As in, the lecturer is my friend, though. My friend, as in, really my friend. I got carried over. Let me use that word. He gave me carry over. Yes, I should write it again. I went to go and meet him after I saw carry over in that very course. I went to go and meet him. I said, "Sir, I got carried over in your course. What happened?" He said, "Peggy, you did not write well." And I was so very surprised. There was nothing I could do. But I just had to kind of, okay, fine. Will I kill him? Of course I could. No, will I do anything? It's my lecturer and all that. That's how I sat down. I wrote the carryover. You understand? Wrote it again. Went to the hall, read, did my best, wrote the carryover, and then came out. But this time around, when I went to go and meet my HOD, they keep changing the HOD. But when I did present HOD now, I went to go and meet him and told him that, so I want to see my result. And I sent my result and I still saw carryover in that course again. I was like kind of as if I should start crying. So what is this? What is this? You gave me carryover, I wrote it, and I'm still seeing carryover again. What does that mean? What's the meaning of that? Is it possible? It's not possible. I just cannot have carryover in this course again. It's not possible. You get? So I have to kind of because in the hall, I won't lie to you, even when I was writing the exam in the hall, I was trying to kind of look at as in those people that I make sure I sat down with people that I know that yes, they are good in statistics, as in the hall, sit down with them. You understand? I was like kind of writing. When I was writing, I was asking, am I writing well? They said, Peggy, just keep writing. Because I don't want to write this course again. It's not a funny course. I will now come and be writing it over and over again. So the last, when I got carryover, I told myself this time around, I'm writing this carryover again. I'm not going to take it lightly. And so I sat among the gurus in statistics. So saying carryover again was just not funny for me. That's how I followed it up. I called my HOD again and said, sir, I don't think I'm supposed to have carryover in this course. I was polite, you have to be diplomatic. I was kind of telling sir, no, I've written this carryover. Please check it. I'm not supposed to have carryover. The first result you sent for me is carryover. I saw carryover in a course that I've written. I'm not supposed to have carryover again. I was so bored. I had to be bold because I cannot imagine myself coming to write that carryover. Statistic. Statistic. Where will I even start? So I said, no, I will not. So I was so bold. I said, I've clicked that course. So please check it again. I was talking to my HOD. So that's how I said, okay, Peggy, fine. Just leave me alone. I'll find time and check your result again, and I'll get back to you. Just leave me alone. And that's how, I sent my reg number to him. He checked it. Took like 2 days and all that. He now responded and I said, okay, Peggy, yes. The reason why that carryover was there was because, your sets, the result that I checked was the result of your sets. So that carryover is still there. So I had to go to the next class that you wrote. That's your younger ones. Let me use that one. Your younger one, you write your carryover with the class that are coming after you. So your result appeared, the result of your carryover appeared in those sets that were coming behind you. So I had to go to their file to check your result. And guess what? Whew, I passed it with a C. Statistical application, computer, whatever. What's the name of the course? Statistical and computer application. He said, when he sent me the result, I saw C there. I said, whatever. If you see, yes, at least it's not F. So I pass it. Ooh, to God be the glory. I pass it. So now, you understand the 5 courses he sent to me. No any issue. I was so grateful. I said, oh, thank God. I passed this coursework, PhD coursework. I passed it, to God be the glory. And that was it. Then, and I checked my courses. That's when I now discovered that, it's not 5 courses I did first semester now. It's not 5 courses I did second semester. How comes he sending me results for 5 courses and all that? So I had to call my class rep. And when I had to make calls of those people that we did the courses together, that we did PhD, courses together and all that. I called them and I confirmed it that, before I could call my HR, that, I want to be in a very solid ground to know that, yes, it's not actually 5 courses that I did first semester and 5 courses second semester. So I had to kind of be sure of what to present. So I called my course mates and then my class rep. So they now confirm it very well that, no, Peggy, we did 6 courses first semester and then 6 courses second semester. So when I was sure of what the courses that I did, so that was when I now had to call him back and I said, sir, I think there's issue here. And I said, Peggy, you again? I said, sir, but check it now, and it's true that what you sent to me is 5 courses, first semester and second semester, 5 too. But I kind of did 6 courses first semester and then 6 courses second semester. Please check it again. You could not even allow me to talk. And I said, this woman, you were just kind of, I said, sir, but it's true now, check it again. So I was like kind of so excited. He listened to me and I said, okay, send me your detail on WhatsApp so that I can check it on my own terms. Don't disturb me again. I'm going to check your result on my own terms. Don't disturb me. So I sent him my details on WhatsApp and he accepted it. But today, I told you I'm in school environment. Today, when I got to school, I just sent my project supervisor. In a PhD, if you're doing PhD, they give you 2 supervisors. That's the one that is specialized in the field you are, and then an additional supervisor to kind of be able to be checking you up and all that. But you have one supervisor that is majorly on the field you're trying to specialize on. You understand? So, and that's another journey entirely. The first supervisor they gave me to, I was kind of with her, but she got retired. That's how the journey of my prolonging thesis writing started from. Do you understand? I was with her. If anytime I call her, she'll tell me, Peggy, I'm busy, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, and it will prolong till she got retired. Guys, give me thumbs up so that other people can join us and let's learn through my challenges. Maybe those that want to start their PhD can start another. Please give me thumbs up. So that's how she prolonged the whole thing till she retired, guys. Till she retired. So when she retired, I had to go and meet my PG coordinator and I told him that what will happen now. This woman has retired and I've not even done anything in my project. So what will happen? So they had to kind of allocate me to another people. That's the journey I am right now. So they allocate me to another people. You understand? So I had to, go and introduce myself to the project, to the new project supervisor they gave me. The first one, I told you, if you're doing your PhD, they give you 2 supervisors. One in your field that you're trying to major on, then an additional person from any other field, but same department. So I had to kind of introduce myself to my first supervisor I gave it to her, my project. I sent it to her online. She vetted it. And guess what? She changed the topic completely. That's the topic that I was with my first supervisor that got retired. She changed the topic. Let me show you guys. She changed the topic completely, guys. She changed it completely. You know, the first topic that I was with is I wanted to write on assessment of the effects of psychological and emotional violence among married couples in FCT, Abuja, Nigeria. You understand? And when I took it to her, it took her a whole long time to go through this project. A whole long time to go through this project. And when she finally brought it, in fact, she changed it completely. One minute, guys. I left my car open. I left the car open. Let me try. So, I left my car open. Only me here, but I'm not scared. I'm under a tree in the school compound. So why should I be scared? I'm in the school compound. Just trying to cool myself down. I'm coming, guys. Let me pick something from the car. Yeah, guys, I'm back. I'm going to go and pick my laptop. Because my first project supervisor, she's kind of I sent it to her. She complained though that I shouldn't be sending it to her online, that she'll kind of print it. And guys, we know how expensive printing is right now. I mean, I'm kind of, I'm studying about how to kind of save money, as in try to kind of be frugal in a positive way. So I kind of talked to her. She wanted me to be printing. That's my first supervisor wanted me to be printing. The second supervisor wanted me to be printing. So imagine me printing here and there. And printing now is so not funny. So I had to kind of talk to her. Then she bought into sending it to her online. But the second supervisor, he refused. So the topic I was writing on before, as I was saying, is that I started with my very first supervisor that got retired, was the assessment of the effect of psychological and emotional violence among married couples in FCT, Abuja, Nigeria. My first supervisor, which was the one that kind of will work on and got this. And it's as if any supervisor you meet, no matter how you write, they'll still be correcting you. That's one thing I've discovered. They'll still be correcting, no matter how you think you write. Even if a prof kind of vex your work, if you go to meet another person, they will still correct. They will still find something to correct. So this is the topic, my thesis topic that, the first supervisor that retired, we agreed on. But now, my first supervisor changed it now to assessment of the impact of social, psychological, and emotional violence among us married couples in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja, Nigeria. So she changed it to that. When I submitted the project to her, she did a whole lot of there was a whole lot. Let me read the comment for you to see on my Here's the question. On my statement of research, she said, no clarity. No clarity. Identify problems of the study. You need to state in very clear terms the problem that attracted your interest into this area of study. That's what she told me. My statement of research problem, that's 1.2, she condemned it. That I just had that no clarity at all. So all this now, I had to go and work on it. Seriously, guys, I have to go and work on this, on my statement of the research. I had to kind of work on it completely. Statement of research problem. I had to work on it completely now. Then she also did correction. She did the way I'm carrying this thing. Let me sit like this. I can keep the laptop here, so we can be looking at my car. So nobody will not go and take something that I'm not aware of. Yeah, I can be looking. Told you I'm by the roadside. And then let me see another of her comments. She said, let me see. That's on objective of the study. Objective of the study, she said, the objectives of the study are completely at variance with the research question. Ensure they align the way they are supposed to be. That I should ensure they align. That's the objectives of the study. That my first project supervisor, as in the one that specialize in what I'm specializing on now. That's what she said. Then significance of the study, she said, okay, is it significant? I think she talks about research hypothesis. Research hypothesis. She said, ensure you raise testable hypothesis for the subject from previously stated objectives. It's not funny. I'm just thinking, where will I begin from and all that stuff. Then significance of the study, she said, provide some opening statement before I provide some opening statement before itemizing the other benefits. Oh, Jesus. Work to do. And it took me, if I tell you how long it took me to kind of, because the project that I submitted right now, I submitted my chapter 1, 2, and 3. And that's what they are vetting now. Under scope of the study, she said this should not be here. This should not be here. Hey, Holy Spirit. As well. Research gap that I put, they say this is not necessary here. Well. There's also conceptualization of psychological and emotional abuse that I wrote. She said this session is supposed to be a review of all the concepts to variables that directly influence study. So identify all the concepts and do a thorough and exhaustible review of all of them. The entire literature review needs to be reworked. She said my entire literature review need to be reworked. Oh, Holy Spirit, ensure that the literature is reviewed in line with the objectives of the study. You yet to do any review of you. I think she wants to say you are yet to do any review of literature. And this is what kind of got me. She said, you don't seem to understand that this is a PhD work. So you don't seem to understand this is a PhD work. That's what she said. I think this is her own remark, correction. and so many other things. As in, I just had to sit down and do this one. And the thing there is that I was told that I could contract this, that I should give this to people to write it for me. But on the second thought, I say people will be calling me doctor, doctor when I finish this work. Maybe if I contract this thesis for somebody to help me write, at the end of the day, I won't be able to kind of define this thesis. Will that be okay? People will be calling you doctor, doctor. At the end of the day, you'll be able to defend the doctor that you become. And that's why I told myself that I'm going to take my time and write this project by myself. But guys, it's just not funny at all. That's where she stopped in her own. She just said I just have to rewrite the whole thing. So guys, I'm just starting to rewrite the whole work. My first specializing on what I'm special write my thesis. This is so as I said, supervisor line. So she said I'm kind of trying supervisor he and the 2 weeks is so yeah, in school right now, you know. I submitted to him. So he now said I should come today collect collect the his own correction, and that's why I am here in school now to collect and see his own correction and all that stuff. Good. And so it's on that I collected. Okay, on that's the my second supervisor. It's on that I collected. He said also condemned the topic. He said, "What do you realize on my topic before my first project supervisor? You mean?" He said, "What do you really mean? That's the topic." But I think when I showed him the topic that the first project supervisor corrected, he didn't say anything. He did not say anything again. Then he circled a whole lot of things. A whole lot of things. He said, "Your work is not what numbered." Okay. Oh, okay. So I had to start numbering my work. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm still in school environment. So that's it, guys. I had to number my work. So I had to number it, number yours, and your work is not numbered. So I had to do the numbering. Then he's cycling all the my citation that I did. 1993 he cycled it. 1992 he cycled it. 2004 he cycled it. 1999 he cycled it. Then 2005 he cycled it. 1998 he cycled it. And then He cycled 1987, 1999. He cycled all this. So I think what he's trying to say is that the topic that I'm trying to write about is a current social problem that is ongoing. I will keep going when we're talking about psychological. And by the way, what really kind of attracted me to this topic is because of a whole lot of issues that is going on in the among young people that are married. You know, when you get married and you come in with a mindset that things are like this, but when you get married, you see a whole lot of different issues that people don't really see. People don't really see it. But you, male or female, but especially female, if you're inside, you see a whole lot of issues that you fix that is really emotional, that you cannot really put your finger on. Sometimes you cannot really explain it. You can't explain what you go through. But people don't really kind of understand that you are in this marriage and you're facing a whole lot of things. The one that people really kind of see is the physical violence. When your husband is beating you, that's when they will now see that yes, you're going through abuse. But there is an emotional abuse, psychological abuse that you're going through that nobody sees it and nobody can really quantify it because it's not tangible. It's not something that you can really see. You can really show people and say, this is what I'm going through in my marriage and all that. So when you try to explain it to people, they don't really understand it. They'll tell you that you better go back to your home, go back to your husband, go back to your wife and all that. As long as it's not beating you, as long as it's not beating you, go and enjoy it. But there is a psychological and emotional violence that you're going through seriously, but nobody, kind of know about. Nobody know about it. And then if you try to kind of make the society know what you are going through, they'll feel that you're just kind of not really talking because it's not measurable. It's not measurable. You cannot measure it. You cannot really present it. So people think that you're just not really kind of talking. So these are the kind of social issues that really kind of people go through. That if nobody talks about it, you see a woman talking to herself, walking, talking, and physically she's okay, but emotionally she's going through a whole lot. And if she want to kind of present it to people, people can't really understand because it's not a physical abuse that anybody will see. But inside she's not well. And if she want to like kind of present it to people, they don't really understand. So these are the abuse that I'm trying to kind of talk about in this topic that I'm writing. I want to write about because you're going through it, and it's only you that wear the shoes. You don't really kind of know, what is there, as in what. Oh, you don't. People don't really kind of know what you're going through, but you yourself, you know that there's something just not right. So this is what I am talking about. This is what this topic is trying to kind of address. And you see that it brings your self-esteem down, your self-worth. You start kind of not really seeing yourself as really kind of relevant because it talks you down and it causes you trauma. You go through a whole lot of trauma, but people don't really kind of see all this as abuse. People don't see psychological and emotional, you know, abuse that people go through as really abuse. But it's there and it's really kind of causing a whole lot of social issue, but it's not really kind of being talked about. So these are what I really want to talk about in this project that I'm kind of want to address now. And this type of emotional and psychological abuse that I'm talking about is it happens when somebody is persistently, types of emotional and psychological abuse that I'm talking about. Verbal abuse. Somebody keep talking you down all the time. That thing is bringing down your self-esteem as a person. It keep hitting you. Only you can see it because the person is abusing you. Verbal abuse all the time. Nobody sees it, but it's kind of hitting you emotionally inside. you know when somebody is talking you all the time, you cannot make a move. Any move you make, the person is talking you all the time, picking your phone, checking your phone all the time, 247. That's the type of emotional and psychological abuse that I want to kind of point out. Like manipulation. When somebody is manipulating you all the time, you understand, you will say this, the person will say no, is that's not what I'm talking about, or you did not say this. Manipulation. These are all the type of psychological and emotional abuse I'm talking about. Then gaslighting. Gaslighting is also part of the emotional abuse, psychological. Like you're saying something, exactly what you're talking about, but when you are in a marriage and you're like kind of talking about it, the person will now say, are you sure that kind of thing exists? Or you heard exactly what the person say to you, and when you're trying to kind of present it, the person will tell you that I did not say that, and you now say what? But I heard you saying this. The person will now say no. I did not say this kind. That's gaslighting. The person is gaslighting you. You understand? You now start second guessing yourself. "Ah, but I had this person. I had my wife say this, or I had my husband say this. But now he's saying he didn't say that." So that's what they call gaslighting. When you say something and the person will come boldly and tell you that no, you did not say that. That's gaslighting. So these are the type of psychological and emotional abuse. Before you know, you will start seeing yourself, maybe there's something wrong with me. Do you understand? And this can cause uh psychiatric issue. This can cause you now start saying yourself that maybe there's something wrong with me. Do you understand? And you now start saying yourself, this can cause madness. You now start saying, maybe there's something going on in my brain. And isolation, especially women, when you are early marriage, when you just got married, and you're trying to kind of get used to your husband, and all of a sudden your husband start isolating himself from you. You understand? Maybe because you're trying to fix your home as a woman. You want to kind of make sure your home is okay, and you keep telling your husband, this is what is supposed to be there, this is what I feel we should do, we should kind of save, we should kind of do this, we should kind of not spend money anyhow, or maybe we should decorate our home, we should buy land and all that. You're trying to bring in all this subjection, and at the end of the day, your husband start avoiding you because you're bringing in too many things that you want him to do, and maybe he's seeing it as if you're kind of disturbing him, and he now start isolating you. You understand? You now start developing, how why is my husband isolating me? This can cause this another abuse. All of a sudden, your husband that you got married to, you're happy that you got married to, he start isolating you. This is an abuse. But if you don't know that it's an abuse, you won't be able to address it squarely. Do you get? So this is it. Then controlling. Maybe you got married, and what you're doing before, your husband or your wife will start telling you, don't do it. You dare not do it. Don't you know you're a married person? You're not supposed to do this kind of thing. So these are the kind of things that I want to kind of bring out in this topic that I'm doing. Then constant criticism. This is a type of psychological and emotional abuse too. Criticism, constant criticism. Anything you do, your spouse is criticizing you. Do you get? It's criticizing you seriously. There is nothing that you do that is okay. That's another kind of abuse that psychological and emotional abuse try to kind of identify. When your spouse is constantly criticizing you, that's an abuse. Not necessarily when the person beats you blue bar black physically, there is abuse. When somebody is constantly criticizing you, is a form of abuse. which is tag psychological and emotional abuse also. Then um threat and intimidation. This is also another type of psychological and emotional abuse. I'm trying to list out the type of psychological and emotional abuse that is ongoing that I want to identify in this thesis. But in our society, especially Nigeria, that I am, if you are in a relationship and the person is not beating you, you are not abused. And you, when you want to talk about it, you talk to people that I'm abusing this marriage. Oh. People don't really understand it till when they see that you are physically abused. When they see bruises on your face, that's when they will now tell you, they will now start saying it that you are really abused. But there are silent abuse that early married people go through. Do you understand? That is not really physical. People don't see it. But when they don't see it, they'll say that you're not abused. But meanwhile, you are abused internally. And that's what psychological and emotional abuse is trying to kind of bring out. So one of the type of psychological and emotional abuse is constant criticism. Maybe when your spouse is constantly criticizing you, anything you do is not is your spouse is not seeing it as important. They'll keep criticizing you. When you wash clothes, they will say, look at the kind of clothes you wash, and you call yourself an adult. Do you get? Maybe your children, you're trying to kind of feed your children. You're not saying, you're an adult. Why are you feeding this child like this? Or maybe you're talking to me like a child. When you know you're trying your best to kind of talk to your spouse, especially women, if you want to kind of talk to your husband in a very good way. But at the end of the day, your husband will tell you that, do you think I'm a child? Why are you talking to me as if I'm a child? Huh? You're talking to me as if I'm a baby. I'm not a baby. Don't talk to me like a baby. Constant criticism. Whatsoever you do, your husband is criticizing you, criticizing you. He sees nothing in what you're doing. That's another psychological and emotional abuse. That's one of the type. Then another type is threat and intimidation. You know, constantly your husband is threatening you. I will leave. Or maybe the woman will be threatening her husband. I will leave this marriage. If you don't do this, you don't do that, I will leave this marriage. You keep threatening your husband that you're going to leave this marriage. If you don't do this, if you don't do that for me, I'll leave that marriage. That's psychological and emotional abuse. That means the wife is threatening the husband. You understand that if you don't do this, if you don't do that, I'm going to leave the marriage. You are abusing your husband psychologically. Or if the husband, is threatening the wife too, in a way, as in, maybe let me cite an example now, that if you don't do this, I'm not going to buy this for you. I'm not going to give you money, you understand, to buy this. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, that's you're threatening, you're intimidating the person. That's what psychological and emotional abuse is talking about. It's not physical, but it's there. You know what you're going through. Then, like blame is also part of psychological and emotional abuse. When your spouse blame you for everything you do, you know, there is nothing you do that your spouse don't blame you with. Instead of supporting you, instead of building a force around you, is constantly blaming you. Or the wife is blaming you, the husband is blaming you. Anything you do, they see blame in it. Then guilt is another type of psychological and emotional abuse. They try to kind of make you feel guilty. Yes, guilty. you know you're like, for example, your husband will come back late. You're already sleeping. You're already on your bed sleeping, and your husband will come back late, and you will come and tell you that, why do I want to eat? Maybe, for example, I want to eat, and your husband expects you to wake up and go and prepare food at that particular time when he came back very late. And if you don't do it, the husband will now try to kind of make you feel guilty that you're not performing your role as a wife. You understand? And meanwhile, he came back late. Do you understand? And then if you don't do it, your husband makes you feel guilty that you're not performing your role as a wife. That's also psychological and emotional abuse, because emotionally you are accumulating all this thing, and before you know, you start seeing yourself as less than a person. Then humiliation. You understand? You are in a marriage, constantly they humiliate you. For example, the clothes that your husband used to see you wear before he got married to you. If you are still wearing that kind of clothes, you will not say, don't you know you are a married woman? Look at the way you are dressing. And meanwhile, this is the dressing you are dressing, the way you dress before he saw you and married you. But now you're trying to dress like that. You now kind of start humiliating you and not telling you, why will you be dressing like that? You're a married woman. You're not supposed to dress like that again. And humiliation outside, you can't speak, you're not confident anymore, because the talk is kind of making you feel less than a human being. So all that is psychological and emotional abuse. It's not physical, it's something that you kind of put inside you all the time, constantly, and before you know, you start seeing yourself um in another way, and before you know, you even start behaving like a mad person. Mostly, check, most people that work, you see most women now, they'll be working and be talking. They are normal, very normal. But their brain, there's something that has happened to their brain. Why? Because they've accumulated a whole lot of abuse inside them, which is tag psychological, which is tag emotional, that nobody is seeing it. The woman will be there and talking. She's normal, as in physically, but inside her, she's no longer normal, because she has accumulated a whole lot of psychological and emotional abuse, which is not physical. Nobody recognizes it because it's not physical. Nobody sees that as abuse. And that's what is happening in the society. So it's a social issue that is going on in the society. Thank you. Sorry, boys hostel is the same. Just go direct and ask anybody. You're on the same track. Do you understand? This is a kind of nobody is talking about it, or is there, people are talking about it, but it's not really obvious. And I see it and I really want to talk about it. So I pick it as my thesis work that I want to talk about it. Then degradation. Degradation is another type of psychological and emotional abuse. So what the impact of these abuse is so very enormous, guys. It's so very enormous, very very enormous. If nothing is done about it, if our society don't recognize it and start doing something about it, it's so very enormous, very very enormous. Now it could cause mental issues, and that's why you see many people, you see mental issues going on. Check very well. You see that many people are mentally not well. You look at them, physically they are okay, but mentally there's something going on. It's psychological, it's emotional abuse that have, accumulated for a whole long time. And now it has resulted to mental issue. And if nothing is done about it, you find out that many people, especially in Nigeria these days, I think I was reading a report recently, they find out that many men are becoming if you go to mental home, many men are becoming mentally ill. Many men, because the society expects a whole lot of things from men, and this is causing mental issues for men these days. Seriously, guys, go to psychiatric hospital now. You see a whole lot of men there too, because the society expect a whole lot of things from men. Seriously, they put a whole lot of things for men, especially keep going through all this societal issue and don't talk. Do you get? Don't talk. They'll tell you that men don't cry. Do you get? Men, as a man, you're supposed to accumulate everything inside and don't see it. Do you get? Accumulate all these things. And they're stocking a whole lot of things inside. And before you know, it's becoming an issue mentally. So many men are mentally not well. And if you go to a psychiatric hospital now, you see a whole lot of men having a whole lot of issues there. I think I overheard a medical person, a psychiatric person, a medical person in that field was saying that a whole lot of men are just not normal now. That because a whole lot of burden are on men too. So these are all the things I want to kind of bring out in these thesis that I'm writing. This silent abuse that is going on that people are not really talking about till it's physical. Many people are talking about physical abuse, but there are psychological and emotional abuse that is there in our society that people are not talking about. And I remember, like, what is the trending now? Like, what is happening to Natasha? Senator Natasha now. She has been, for me, what I feel is that Senator Natasha has been psychological and emotional abuse for a very long time. But, she has been bearing it, and little thing happened, and she busted out, start talking. So Senator Natasha, seriously, she's psychological and emotionally abused. And she has been taking it till it got to a state that she could not bear it again and she busted out. And that's when people are seeing that something is wrong. So many people are going through a whole lot of abuse, psychological and emotional, and we need to start talking about. So this is what my project is trying to kind of identify and talk about. But I'm just trying to kind of find a way to kind of make this work that my project supervisor will see reason to it and help me out. Oh dear Lord, this thing is trying to my camera is trying to fall. And try to kind of help me out and make these put these all together for me to be able to kind of bring these to fruition, guys, to fruition. Well, I've rant a whole lot, and I want to put an end to this live streaming. And as I say, I'm going to kind of be doing live to kind of be documenting my process in this project that I'm writing. And so far, I've been given a whole lot of correction, which I'll start working on. And as I'm working on whatsoever comes out of it, I'll like kind of be posting it in this channel. So please subscribe to this channel if you want to kind of follow me in this journey of my thesis work till I become a doctor. Yes. Because very soon I so believe that one day they'll call me Dr. Peggy. I so believe that. So help me join this group, join this channel so that as I'm documenting, you'll be the first to be notified. Then let's go through this journey together. And as usual, remember, you're unique, you're special, and you're one of a kind. See you people in my next documentation of my thesis. I need to put a stop to this, guys. See you people in my next video. I will have a whole lot of videos, a whole lot of playlists on this channel. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Do that quickly. Subscribe. And no thumbs up. You guys give me thumbs up before I put an end to this live streaming. Give me thumbs up. So guys, I need to go to town. I'm in permanent site now. I love this permanent site. It's so very beautiful. Let me show you guys my school. How do you say it? I love that mountain there. I don't know if it's obvious. Is it obvious? I don't know if that's my department over there. Over there. It's a very big school though. Very, very big school. So I'm going to be documenting the journey so far, my coming to school and all that from now on. What about that side there? Let me show you. Let me flip it. Let me see. I'm trying to kind of show you guys the beautiful school that I am. University of Abuja. So there's it, guys. It's a massive land. The land is so massive, very massive, very, very massive, very, very massive. So it's developing, coming up, and all that stuff. People are coming out from school. So that's it, guys. I just want to put a stop to this live screaming. So, guys, that's it. See you people in my next life. Bye, guys. I love you. And as usual, you're unique, you're special, and you're one of a kind. So, if you want to do your PhD, join me with my journey so that you'll be able to see how it is and start preparing. Who knows, you'll learn one or two things for what I'm documenting. Bye, guys.